Today is the final, May 19th of 2023. And today I'm not going to talk about the fat athletic people at my gym. I made that word up. A fat lead. Anyway, today, here, John, hold this camera for me, would you?
Why?
Today we're going to talk about this. We want Florida. We want Florida. Which, granted, Toronto gone. John, out of curiosity, I know you know the dates I'm going to ask you. When is the last time Toronto won the Stanley Cup?
1967.
1967 was the last time they made an appearance, and there were only half dozen teams at the time, am I correct?
Yes.
Yeah, they beat 5 other teams. Wow. Now, given the number of teams in the NHL, how many teams in NHL? 32?
32 now.
You would think now, even by now, just by sheer math, they'd have made it back to the big show. No, the most profitable team, by bar none, in NHL has not made an appearance in nearly 6 decades. A lot to unpack.
Oh, yeah. And the one thing else, Montreal Canadiens still are able to say they're the only Canadian team to have won a Stanley Cup in the last, 30 years. How about that?
How about that?
Les habitants de Canadiens, mon ami.
We're going to crap on Toronto tonight.
Why? Everybody craps on Toronto. They do the same thing every year.
So,
this is our year.
It's not. How can they be that bad for so long, given that they are the most profitable team in the NHL?
I get it.
Want to talk about that? Look,
but you have to talk about one thing. Harold Ballard was only worried about bums in the seats. The greatest trade ever known in the history of the NHL is when he traded Russ Courtnall to the Montreal Canadiens for John Kordic.
Wait, I've got a better one. Best trade ever. 1988, Wayne Gretzky went to the LA Kings. Wayne Gretzky had a 2.5 point average in Toronto against Toronto career-wide. They had the opportunity to get him, and they chose not to. They had the money. They just said, no, we don't want him. Why, I don't know. Number 2 and 3 teams are Pittsburgh and LA. And LA said, yeah, Wayne Gretzky. Oh, my God, we want him. 2 years later, Toronto had the opportunity to go to the Cup. In the conference final, they were against LA, who kicked them to the curb. Food for thought. More food for thought.
More food for thought is the fact that the Montreal Canadiens beat LA that year. Oh, I believe it was 1993. Thanks for playing.
Yeah. It's too much to unpack in one video. But anyway, John, what are you drinking tonight?
We're drinking this, ladies and gentlemen.
Jefferson.
Just to show you, Thomas Jefferson on the bottle.
Okay.
All right, and on the opposite side, it says Jefferson's very small batch Kentucky bourbon.
Alcohol content?
42.5%.
And how much do we pay for that?
Somewhere in the neighborhood of, I think it was around $41. Mind you, I bought it in the States because you cannot get this here, unfortunately. I have tried to ask the NSLC guys that buy if they can bring this in, but unfortunately it has not crossed into Canadian soil. And people out there that are bourbon lovers,
that is wrong.
Whiskey lovers, you have no idea
that is wrong.
What you are missing. Because I've had this on numerous occasions, and if it is not my favorite bourbon, I'd be called a liar. Because it is that good. There's no doubt about that.
Okay,
this is elixir of the gods.
Tater tots, don't forget.
Right.
Oh, yeah, it's International Tater Tot Day. And why? I don't know, but it is.
And what's the month?
International Love Animal Day. Animal Month.
Month.
Love your animal month.
Love your animal month.
Yeah, which is pretty cool. I can go with that.
Okay, I'm going to take a picture of your cat.
Okay.
Okay. We are now loving the cat.
This is Xander.
Xander, hello. Okay.
He's alive. He's breathing.
He's a good cat. All right, John, pour us a few.
Hang on just a second here. I want to tell you something about this stuff right here.
All right, go for it.
Right? This is a very small batch blend of straight Kentucky bourbons. Bottled for, McLean and Kine, Louisville, Kentucky. 41.5%, not 42, my bad. And this is beyond a shadow of a doubt, like I've said before. There's a book out, ladies and gentlemen, and this is what it's called, right here. It's called the Bourbon Bible. This particular book lists and rates and grades more than 140 different types of bourbon.
I have to ask.
Okay.
How does it fit?
And it is ranked in this particular book as one of the most flavorful, satisfying, smooth bourbons that you are ever going to have.
All right.
So do yourself a favor if you find this book. My lovely wife was the one who dug this up for me. My wife over there, Brenda.
Amazon.
And when I got this, the thing that got me the most about a lot of the bourbons that I have in my liquor cabinet, just over Everett's shoulder over here, we have tried due to this particular book, and that is why my bourbon cabinet looks the way it does. Because of the fact that once I found something that I really like, I will buy 1 or 2 bottles of it, basically so I can have one in my collection and enjoy the other bottle. This here is beyond enjoyable.
All right.
It's really great.
I'm really keen right now.
Yes. Let's give it a pop and see how it works out.
Give it.
There you go. Wow. You want to sniff of that, Webb?
I do.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
Connor Bedard is going to Chicago. How do you feel about that?
I'm just glad that he didn't end up going to the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Yeah, you know,
the best part of it is, I mean, he hasn't been drafted by the Blackhawks yet, even though he's projected to go number 1 overall. Blackhawks have the first pick. They'd be crazy not to take him. But unfortunately for Connor Bedard, the fact that he did not land up in Columbus is the fact that John Tortorella would not be able to destroy that kid in 2 years.
Yeah. I'm glad he's not. Look,
I think he is a generational player.
Yeah, look, on that note, look, I actually feel I'm happy he's going to Chicago. He's not my team. It's not my team, but they've got NFL, not CFL.
They've got NFL, they've got Major League Baseball,
Two
they've got NBA.
baseball teams.
You know, they have Major League Soccer team, the whole bit. They are a sports town.
And look, Chicago Met, all that stuff is there.
They got the Chicago White Sox. They got the Chicago Cubs. They got the Bears. They got the Bulls. They got the Blackhawks. They got, you know,
everything. And
everything.
And what can't you do in Chicago?
Really?
Yeah.
I mean,
he's gonna love
Chicago,
it.
great sports town. My father, God rest his soul, he's no longer with us anymore, was the biggest Chicago Blackhawks fan, I think, on the planet. And his one dream was to see the Chicago Blackhawks win the Stanley Cup again before he passed. He did it twice.
Right on.
So there you go.
Look, if he goes there, they treat him like gold. It's a great city. He will never leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right.
We'll see you in a bit.
I'm gonna pour this first.
I'm going to pour. But guess what? I'm getting the first one.
All right. That was kind of an evil laugh.
Yes, it was.
Like Toronto management laughing at their fans.
That's just cold.
I've got an analogy.
What's that?
The Toronto Metro.
What about it?
Toronto Metro is where the management gets onto a train and they go in and out of a tunnel, represented by the fans. In and out, taking money back each trip.
Well, you know something? The one thing that I will say about it doesn't really matter. The one thing that I will say about Original Six fans is no matter how bad their teams get,
Toronto.
whether it's Toronto, Chicago, New York,
No, it's Toronto.
Boston, Montreal,
No.
it doesn't matter. They'll back their team. That's all there is to it. They will go to the games, win, lose, or draw. They will go. And
Toronto
the
fans-
unfortunate
Toronto
thing that
fans pay the
Toronto
most.
does, though, that I think irritates me more than anything else,
They lose.
if Toronto is having a bad game, their fans will boo their own players. All right? And to me, that is ultimately wrong.
They
if you're
should,
going to
though.
stand behind your team,
They should.
do it.
Look,
all right?
They should, because you're paying the most for every ticket, merchandise, everything. And next year, because they got through a playoff series first time in a century, you know it's all going up. It's all going to go up. There's no justification for it, but it is all
Well,
going
actually,
up.
when I was downtown working today, I saw a couple of guys walking by and they had Toronto Maple Leafs fans
Oh, no.
hats on, right, with the big maple leaf in the front and all
Did
the
you
rest of that
laugh at
fun.
them?
And I looked at them and I said, guys, just a friendly reminder, you can put those hats away now
Friend of the
because
decade.
they're done. The look that they gave me wasn't that cool.
No, not pretty.
But anyway, do I care? No, I'm a Habs fan. Look, with last Canadian team to win the cup, Montreal Canadiens. What can I tell you? At least I got room to brag.
Do you have to say anything about Brennan again, or he's okay?
He's
No,
okay.
Brendan's doing good.
Okay. Brendan's doing well. He's back to work, all that stuff.
All right, Brennan.
All right.
Good day. Oh, listen,
What?
that invite that I sent out to you, Brennan, all right, to come over some Friday night and have a couple of shots with me and
Ever?
the guy behind me over here. Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. And bring that other guy that works with you, too. I think his name is Lawrence. Yeah, bring him, too.
Make it a
All right?
party.
Make it a party.
All right.
Okay?
Give it a.
I don't have to give this a smash. I know
Give
what
it
it's
a
all
smash.
about.
All right. Your thoughts?
One word. Awesome.
All right. Hold on.
Don't knock that bottle over, Jim, and then you
Oh,
got
God, no.
Put the lid on it. at the core.
Yeah, palatable.
Palatable?
Palatable.
Well, I mean,
I don't want to.
you don't want to what?
If I say it's great, you'll want to share the whole bottle with me.
No, Everett. I don't want to share it no matter how good you say it is. I want to keep it for myself.
Okay.
But anyway.
We'll catch you in 20 minutes, maybe?
Okay.
That'd be a first.
Okay. Everyone, have a great night. Until our next video, be safe. Again, Toronto.
Whatever.
Whoa. It is too much to unpack in
It
one.
really is.
Yeah, it just is. It just is.
Yeah.
It just, the fact they pay them, they could have bought Wayne Gretzky.
Like I said, Russ Courtnall for John Cordick
And look,
says it all.
they've been blaming Bowler forever. Bowler died in 1990. It's now 2023. Quit blaming that guy for the state of the current team. My gosh, he's in his grave.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, when Harold Ballard owned the team, the one thing that he was looking for was bums in the seats.
They did better.
And they did put bums in the seats.
But they actually did better then.
Sure they did. Every original 6 team did better then. Look at Gordie Howe when he played for Detroit.
Yeah.
How many other players do you know that had a career
Did he play for
that
Boston?
spanned 6 decades?
Didn't he play for Boston? No, not Gordie Howe. I'm thinking Bobby Orr. Yeah.
Bobby Orr played for it.
Okay.
People say he was the greatest defenseman that ever played the game.
Yeah.
And I will give you not too much of an argument on that because Bobby Orr was great. The greatest defenseman ever to play wore a Montreal Canadiens jersey, and his name was Doug Harvey.
Okay.
Have a good one.
All right. We'll come back.